When compiling medical PREPS, most people think of all of this and they think, yeah, I'm well stocked. I have plenty of medical PREPS. Well, this is a good beginning, but this is really, really basic. So today, I am going to show you the PREPS that you really should have. So stay with me. Hello and welcome to Serenity, Peace, and Comfort. My name is Serenity and I welcome you to my channel. Many of you are regulars, my kindred spirits, welcome, and many of you are brand new. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a very important video. For all of you preppers, I have some great information to share with you. Now, you have been prepping for your medical needs, and of course you've got your bacitracin, you've got your alcohol, and you think you're set and you're prepared for anything that comes. But these are just great beginners. There's so much more you can prep for self-reliance and to really take care of yourself if in an SHTF situation there is no medical facility open, there are no doctors available. It's you taking care of you. So join me today. Now, before we begin, I'd just like to say I am not a doctor. I cannot and don't diagnose or treat any illness or disease. You need to go see your doctor first. Take some of the ideas here in this video that I use and depend on, and you can talk to your own doctor about it, and you do what's best for you. This is just a sharing video of some ideas you might like to try. So I am going to, in the links, show you where you can get them. Most of them are pretty affordable. So let's begin. First, I'll start with an oximeter. You've seen these because when you go to the doctor, they put one of these on you. This is fairly affordable and it just shows the oxygen in your system. It should be 90 and above. Very simple to operate, so you want to get that. Next is a can of oxygen. This is Boost Oxygen. I think I paid about 14 bucks for it. And this is good for athletes, for fueling your body and your mind functions. Definitely something you want in your arsenal. Next, since we're talking about breathing and oxygen and all that, this is Air Physio. This is an interesting apparatus. It looks kind of like an inhaler, and you just blow into it, and the action of the ball inside literally breaks up congestion in your lungs. So you may think, oh, I have all kinds of decongestants in my arsenal. Well, that's nice, but when you run out, then what? This is going to last you for quite a while, and this is probably the most ladies. In an SHTF scenario, you are going to need these. This is a UTI test, and this is the UTI protection. So you need them together. These should be in every woman's arsenal. Next, let's talk about teas. These are so readily available, so easy, and everyone should have these in their PREPS. We have Calm, a laxative, we have Cold, and we have Happy Tummy. So eating prepper food can give you an upset stomach after you've eaten a lot of it for a long time. Having these kind of teas on hand will be so valuable. Again, your prepper food will bind you up, but having a laxative tea, this is senna, is very valuable to have on hand. Now, speaking of laxatives and such, you really have to make sure that you have some fiber, because the prepper food is binding, and if you're eating prepper food that's very old, you're going to have a problem. So I recommend having some cereals that are full of fiber to help compensate for that problem that will arise. Now, speaking of prepper food, you will need activated charcoal. The reason is, this is for food poisoning. If your prepper food is old and you're taking a chance by eating it, you're going to need this. There's no calling an ambulance in an SHTF scenario, so you are going to need this. Very affordable, it's online. Keep this in your medical arsenal. Now, getting back to the teas, cold season. This has all kinds of herbs, peppermint, oregano, parsley, ginger, all these herbs that are wonderful for dealing with a cold. You want this on hand. Okay. Next, whoops, everything is falling. This is called a cup of calm. These are calming and relaxing herbs. I would only caution you, though, to make sure you check out the list of herbs before you purchase it. If you are allergic to ragweed, you do not want a tea that has chamomile in it. So just check out the herbs first before you purchase. Okay, next. Let's deal with flus and viruses and such. This is a wonderful new product. This is Infantetim. This is a type of toothpaste that fights flus. It is pricey, I will tell you that, but if it keeps you off of, then it's a good thing. Okay? Very, very interesting and very effective. So get a hold of this, keep it in your arsenal. Next, this is a very interesting product and one I love because it really works. This is hyssop, and you just spray it back in your throat. This is medicinal oregano, and it does do the job. This is a great company. I highly recommend them. And as soon as you get that tickle, that pain in your throat, you spritz. And it's a taste that is acquired, but once you get used to it, it's just nothing. But does the job, so I highly recommend this. Now, next. This is not a medicine, but it's something that's important. Keeping your environment in your home clean. What are you going to do when your disinfectant wipes run out and you can't get them? During COVID, you couldn't find these anywhere. They were completely sold out. There was no way to get a hold of them. This I recommend. This is a portable sanitizer, and it's like a wand. Once this is activated, you swipe the surface, kitchen, bathroom, and it kills all the germs. So when you cannot get any more disinfectant wipes, having this on hand is really going to be helpful. Next, this is very simple, but very important. Have cold packs. Not just any cold packs. This is an instant cold pack, so it doesn't need a refrigerator, it doesn't need a freezer. You just keep these in your medical arsenal, and when the time comes, you shake this and it gets activated. How helpful is that going to be when there's no electricity? So get a hold of a lot of these instant cold compresses, excuse me. Okay. Next. Oh, an oldie but a goodie and very reliable, Listerine. We've all grown up with it, but Doctors really do recommend this, and there is a particular doctor, I won't mention his name, but he believes that this can help prevent the COVID virus. I cannot say whether it does or whether it doesn't, but it can't hurt to gargle with this. It's been around for a long time for a good reason. So have this in your arsenal. You know it's affordable. Go get it. Okay? Next, so many things to share with you. Let's turn to something really, really serious. Now, we can't say this won't happen. We don't know. But if it does, we've got to have some sort of preparation. I'm talking about a nuclear attack. Now, you know you must have some potassium iodide on hand. God forbid if this occurs. This will fill your thyroid and protect it. So get a hold of this, very affordable. You may or may not know this, but this is really, really interesting. During World War II, when we had to bomb Nagasaki, the people that survived really well from all that nuclear fallout were the people who had ingested lots of miso. This is miso soup, and affordable, get it at any health food store, but it's good to hold on to just in case. So how it works, there's information about that online. I won't get into the technical aspect of it, but apparently they do say that this played a role in the survival of those people. Not only that, but they believe that apple juice also plays a role in protection from any nuclear fallout, because the apple juice binds with the metals in the nuclear fallout. That information is also online. This is apple juice that I juiced, organic, natural apples, juiced it, and then keep it in the freezer. And it'll stay there until hopefully it's never needed. But if it is, it's ready. I've got it. And my protection is here. Now, this is one of the most easiest, simplest preps. Don't pass this by when you go grocery shopping. Kleenex antiviral. What a simple prep that can make a very big difference. So pick up as much of this as you can. So, let's see. Let's move on. Now, there was an incident in France where this woman had gashed her arm, and the hospital would not treat her because she was not, she did not take the COVID jab. She did not take that vaccine. Now, that's a horrible situation to be in. I don't know what ended up happening to her. I don't know how she came out of it. But it really makes you think that could happen here. So if it does, what are you going to do? There are resources available, and you should pick them up while they still are available. And I'm talking about, if I can find it, here it is. Okay. This is a box of Sutures. It's a combination of absorbable and non-absorbable. And there's nylon silk and polypropylene. And there's, I can't even pronounce it, chromic catgut. That would be the absorbable ones. And affordable and worth getting. But you might say, how could I use these? I wouldn't even know what I'm doing. There are kits available online that you can pick up if they're affordable, where you can practice suturing. This is like True Skin Suture Practice Kit. And when you open it, you get practice skin. It looks like this. They have all kinds of interesting gashes and cuts that you can learn straight, and all kinds of curved and messy ones. They even have inside the skin some nails and screws, so you can practice cutting and extracting. And so you might say, well, how am I going to learn? Well, the company has online lessons that you can practice suturing with a doctor. And he teaches you different types of suturing techniques that you can use on the skin. And you can practice over and over again. They give you all of your scissors and scalpels and tweezers. So this is very important. Now, of course, I would add to this that this is in a real SHTF scenario where you're in desperate straits. That's the only time I would use any of this. Certainly, if there are doctors and hospitals still available, that would be, of course, what you would use. But also with this, you would need true medicinal gloves that are antibacterial and truly appropriate for using with your suturing kit. And on top of that, you can get the proper liquid cleanser for your tools, your scalpel, your scissors. This is how you clean it, not just with hot water or alcohol. This is the proper cleaner you would use with it. Now, on top of that, you want something to kill the pain. Wild lettuce is a natural painkiller, affordable, and this is lidocaine. This is a spray, and it's an anesthetic. So this is very good to have in your PREPS also. Now, there is one last PREP I'd like to share with you, and it's the most important PREP. It's the most effective medical PREP, and everyone should have this in their medical arsenal. Your Bible. This is going to get you through the hardest of times. This is a supernatural book about our supernatural God. You may not have a medical PREP for a certain health situation, and you may be desperate. That's when you'll turn to this medical PREP, and he will heal you and he will get you through. This Bible has hundreds of health scriptures that you need to stand on in your desperate times. So, although having all kinds of PREPs is good, it's nothing if you don't have the most important PREP. So make sure that you have this with you. Now, this is very interesting. I would recommend to you a YouTube channel called Biblical Perspectives for Life, Dr. James Markham. And he shares how the Bible and medicine are completely compatible. And he was sharing how people who pray have low and healthy blood pressures. Isn't that interesting? So again, it shows you that standing on this Bible will really help to take care of your health and your body. Well, this has been a mouthful. This has been so much information. Your head may be swimming, but it really is valuable information. This is only part 1 of part 4. So you do want to subscribe so you get all of my videos. There's more to come to prepare you for what's ahead. You know, my channel is called Serenity, Peace, and Comfort, because you can have serenity, peace, and comfort when you're prepared for any contingency. It's wisdom to prepare for what might come. We pray that it doesn't, but if it does, we will be calm because we're prepared. So, hit that subscribe button. And you know there are plenty of people who could use this information, so be sure to share it. And make sure in the comments section that you share some ideas that I didn't include. And tell me if this was helpful for you. Well, it was a blessing having you here today. God bless. I'll see you in part 2 of Medical PREPS. God bless.